Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.
Hey guys, it's Blaze. So this is going to be a get ready with me. I did a poll on my Instagram asking if you guys wanted a story time slash just like an update video on why my life has been so shit or something like that, or so chaotic or whatever, or how look at how freaking big my 5 head is. Oh my god, I hate it. But like the savages all y'all are like, yeah, we want to know. So here, I'm telling you all in this get ready with me, because I don't really have an interesting way of telling you guys everything that has been going on lately. Okay, so where do I get started since the last time we spoke? All right. So if you guys don't know, we're just going to jump right into it. If you guys don't know, I don't know if I want to film this way or on, yeah, I guess so. If you guys don't know, I've said that like 3 or 4 times now. I film on my phone because, hello, I'm not a millionaire, and you don't need to be a millionaire to have a camera, but I is broke, and I don't have a camera. I wish I did, but I don't. What is this? Oh, no, throw that away. Throw it all away. Throw everything that has been happening just away, please. So I film on my phone, and I had an iPhone 7 Plus. It's sitting right next to me. I had it for quite a few years. September 2018 is when I got my iPhone 7 Plus. Very out of touch, I know. I'm not broken out anymore, but like so much scarring from when I was, because I was real broken out. Anyway, so I had filmed 3 videos. It's not like they were even really important videos, but like they came out well enough that I was like, okay, I like these videos. They're good. They're good. And all the clips were on my phone. But in my video editor, I could not even edit those videos, let alone save them or like render them, nothing. And I was like, why not? And they were like, you don't have enough room, honey. You need to make like a lot of room. And I'm like, this is new to me, because my editor is usually really good about me, because the videos weren't any longer than what I usually do. But for some reason now it decided to crap out on me, and it was like, yeah, you don't have the room anymore for this. You don't have like the capacity anymore on this phone. Like, your phone sucks. I hate to break it to you, but you have a shit phone. And it's just not going to work anymore, honey. And I'm like, so I'm going to try to make as much room on my phone as possible. And I will show you, I deleted thousands of videos and photos on my phone to make room, because every time I made room, when I thought I made enough room, it was like still saying, nope, not enough. And I was like, how is this not enough? It was like, nope, still not enough. How? I deleted videos and photos that I will never get back. And again, it's not like these videos were extra important that I filmed. You guys have seen them. It was my May favorites, a haul that I don't think I've posted yet. It was a haul, and my Memorial Day get ready with me. That's it. I don't know why, because my mother just kept saying, just delete them. You don't have to post them. But in my brain, I was like, I put so much work into filming them that I need to post them. I have to post them. And once I get into that mode, it's part of my mental health. Once I get into that mode, it's like I have to post them. They need to be posted. I'm doing a very light makeup look again. That's what I've been doing, and that's what's been working for me. I think so. What just flew off my face? Don't know. So it did not matter how much I was deleting. I didn't matter. I thought maybe it was my video editor had finally just crapped out on me, but it wasn't that either. Because I had downloaded a couple other video editors, and they were all saying the same thing. You don't have enough room. So I was just distraught. I was crying. I was having a mental breakdown. I was like, I don't know what to do. And I just, shit was not good. So the next day, more weird shit started happening with my phone, where every time I went to take a picture, because I was testing it out, every time I went to take a picture and a video clip, it just was either freezing or it would close on me, just completely close out on me. My apps were completely closing. Oh, I also got rid of a ton of apps off my phone to try to make room. But everything was just closing on me. So my phone was just dwindling away on me as I watched it. And my phone, I know it's kind of pathetic to say, is my life. That's where I live. Which I guess a lot of people can relate. So, you know, my mother was, you know, trying to help me through this as best as she could, because she had a lot of things going on in her neck of the woods. So we were gonna go to Verizon, or we went to Verizon. We were gonna tell them, hey, something's going on with my phone and I don't know what to do, please help me. And they were like, you have an iPhone 7. And I'm like, yes. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing with an iPhone 7? But like, they're right. Like, I have no right having an iPhone 7 in this day and age. And if you watch my Dollar Tree, follow me around Dollar Tree, I even say my phone is ancient. It's like, so they don't even like make cases for my iPhone anymore. Like, they don't. It's so old. And long story short, well, this has been a long story already, a long part of already the story that, I mean, a video that's going to be, which I'm going to try to make not so long. So I needed to get a new phone, and we don't have the money for that, but I needed to. And the phone that I wanted, they did not have in stock at Verizon. And anyway, Verizon was kind of like playing us and really being nasty to us. We've only ever had Verizon, and they were just kind of being very dodgy and very fucky with us, and we didn't like it. And we decided, you know, screw them. And across the street is a T-Mobile, and we're like, let's see it, you know, what they have to offer, and let's just check them out. If we like them, that's great, and if we don't, we can just turn around and come back to Verizon and have them screw us in the butt. Went to T-Mobile, had a much better experience there with the people. They seemed to know a lot more about what they were talking about. They seemed to care more about what was going on and care more about the customer and seemed to have a lot more to offer. So we switched to T-Mobile, got my phone there. My mom got, because it came with a buy one, get one plan. My mom had an iPhone 8 Plus, so we both got an iPhone 13, just a regular iPhone 13, which I'm in love with. And we even, for free, because they saw my dad's phone, which you guys know is the flip phone from hell that Jason Mewes made fun of when we met him, which I love that story so much. And I tell it all the time. For free, they were doing some kind of T-Mobile phone, smartphone deal. Not an iPhone, but it was just some kind of smartphone. And we finally, after like 10 years of begging my father, please get a smartphone, and him saying absolutely not. My hair is messed up. We finally convinced my father to get a smartphone. Just a little update. He hates it. He hates it. He absolutely hates it. He wants his flip phone back because, according to him, a phone should just be a phone. It shouldn't be a computer. That's my impersonation of him being an old man, because that's what he sounds like. He just sounds like an old grumpy man. Yeah, he hates it, and he doesn't know how to use it. I've tried showing him a million times how to use it. But, yeah. So, that was the first hellishness that started my I just give up everything. One of the videos that I deleted was the video I took of when my father told me to film, or my mother had told me to film, I don't remember who it was, when my father had surprised, or my mother and father had surprised me with Dexter. But thankfully, before I deleted it, I had sent it to both my mother and my sister. So I have that video back. But I did get rid of a couple of things, photos, like screenshots of like things with Michael, and I'll never get that back. And I hate myself for that, just for a few YouTube videos. And I'm very upset about that, but it is what it is now. Maybe that was for the best. I don't know. But yeah, so that kick-started the hell that was to come. So about a week later, my father started complaining that he wasn't feeling well. He said he felt like he had a cold, and he was feeling run down. And you know how men are when they're sick. Man cold. My father very much is like that when he's sick. It's very, very difficult to deal with, and a pain in the ass to deal with my dad when he's sick. So, you know, we gave him his NyQuil that he just loves so near and dear. And we tried taking care of him. And then we found out his boss or manager at his job had COVID. I think you guys are gonna pick up what I'm putting down. At first, he did not tell us that his manager had COVID, for good reason, because we're a bunch of actual germaphobes. Like, my sister is actually, like, especially my sister, I should say, is actually phobic of germs, and we all are, me, my mom, and my sister. But holy shit, did we start freaking out. And we got like 8,000 COVID tests. Because of Medicaid, me and my sister are allowed to, or have been allowed to, get not unlimited tests, but a lot more tests than average people for free, which is like a blessing. So, like, you know, thank you to the people who are allowing us to do that. But we got him an at-home test. He tested positive for COVID. And we're like, bitch, you do not leave that basement. It is a full done basement. He lives down there anyway. He has his own bathroom, a whole rec room basically where his drums are, and his little bedroom. You stay down there, which you guys have seen, because that's where I do my hair. We're like, you do not leave that basement. If you need anything from the kitchen, we'll either put it at the door and you can open it when we say okay, or you go to the kitchen with gloves on, your mask on, and we'll stay upstairs. We tried quarantining him as best as we could. Like, holy crap. We were all terrified, absolutely terrified. And this was at the time, like the day before my sister's boyfriend, Amir, was supposed to be flying in. And guess who rescheduled that? Because we're not going to have him come here when my dad has COVID for several different reasons. One, we don't want Amir getting it. We don't want him bringing it back to his home. And it just, like, my dad was really sick. We couldn't have guests when my dad was really sick. Anyway, so we were also all wearing masks when we went to the kitchen, when we went downstairs. We were just being very, very cautious. Apparently not cautious enough, though. Apparently this COVID strain, whatever that is going around now, is a lot more contagious than COVID's past. And we were taking COVID tests daily while my father had it for the 2 days. Because then my mom started complaining of not feeling so great. And I wasn't feeling so great. My sister was feeling fine, except that she was having major anxiety because of all of this. So my mom and I was in my mom's room. We took a test together. We did it. Dink, cheers. And immediately, we didn't have to wait the 15 minutes, immediately, like that. Positive from my mom. My mom, you can see the look on her face. She was planning in her head how she was going to kill my father for giving her COVID. She was like, so, all right. So I was like, surely my mom and I are having the same symptoms. I must have it too. This is gonna suck. Nope. Negative. I was like, okay. And my mom and I were both like, okay, so maybe it's just taking, you know, a little longer to, you know, because sometimes the virus can take a little longer to kick in for different people in the same radius. So we were gonna wait a few hours for me to take it again. And we told my sister, hey, stay away from mom. And she was like, shit. So she took one immediately. Positive. And that was the shock of the whole house. Because my sister does not leave her room. My sister does not leave the house really at all. Because she also has agoraphobia. She does not, she washes her hands till they bleed. She is the neatest OCD germ freak that there is. And if anybody was not going to catch COVID, it was going to be my sister. But she got it. We don't know how she got it. She's the most cautious out of all of us. So, damn, were we shocked when hers came back positive so quickly. And then very soon after, she started showing symptoms. She was like getting really sick. And I was still showing symptoms and taking more tests, still coming back negative. After test, after test, after test, negative. But I was having symptoms, the same symptoms. And I was like getting really fudging frustrated. It wasn't like I was asking or wanting COVID. I was happy to not have COVID. I just wanted to know what the hell was wrong with me, because I was having the same or very similar symptoms to everybody in the house, and I was the only one testing negative. So everybody started getting unbearably ill, and I mean unbearably ill. If my mother and sister were not so afraid of the hospitals and doctors, they would have been in the hospital. And they almost were. They almost just did not have a choice. But I don't know how they stuck it out. But they were bedbound. They just, I don't ever want to see, especially my mother, like that ever again. Ever. I've never seen my mom that sick before, and I don't ever want to see her that sick again. I was doing everything, even though I was unbearably ill too. I was doing everything around the house, trying to help everybody. Just trying to do my part, trying to help everybody. Making toast, you know, buttered, very lightly buttered toast. Drinks, you know, some orange juice, just trying to help everybody, getting medicines together. It was trash day, so I was getting everybody's trash out and just doing little things here and there that just needed to be done, and trying to help everybody, whilst in between taking more tests. I in total took 11 rapid at-home tests by myself, all negative. So as the days were going by, I was getting more frustrated and I was feeling more sick. So we decided, since nobody was well enough to take me to urgent care, that I was just gonna have mobile urgent care come, which is who came when I had agoraphobia really bad and I couldn't go to urgent care or go to the emergency room or go to the doctor. So they know me pretty well. They've been to the house quite a few times for me. So we had them come. They did a rapid test, negative. But they said that rapid at-home tests are only 60% reliable. They said if you're positive, you're most likely positive. But if you're negative, it's only like 60% reliable that's negative. Like, you can be positive with a negative. So they did the PCR test, which is the 24 to 48 hour test. And they also gave me a flu test. Flu test came back negative. So they gave me the PCR test as well. So they were going to give me the results back when that came back. But they said to assume at the time that I had COVID. So I was like, okay, sure, let's assume that. But they did, you know, give me a test or a checkup while they were here. It was a fucking nightmare, dude. It was so bad, dude. So more like 3 days goes by and I get an email or a text message or whatever to go to the patient portal. PCR test came back negative. Don't have COVID. Can you tell me what I do have? Please. Great. I don't have COVID. That's wonderful. Can you please tell me what the is wrong with me then? By this time, my father was feeling well enough to drive me over to actual physical urgent care. So he drove me over. He sat in the car. I was at urgent care for over 4 hours. Sit at urgent care for 4 hours. It is neither urgent nor care, as they say, and it is true. They really don't give two shits, and they leave you sitting there forever. So I told them that what was going on. Eventually, when I was seen, and they were like, "Okay, well, we're gonna give you a COVID test." Okay, fine, give me a COVID test. And came back negative, and they're like, okay, well, we're gonna give you a flu test. I'm like, okay, came back negative. And they were like, all right, let's check you out. Let's give you a checkup. I'm like, could we have done that first? Could we have just given me the checkup first? No, of course not. But so they looked me over and they're like, all right, so I officially got, well, first, before they came into the room, I was also having the past few weeks symptoms of a bladder infection or a UTI. And if you guys know me, if you guys have been around long enough, you guys know I have a history since I was 15 of constant bladder and urinary tract infections. Constant, like monthly almost. Same with like kidney stones. Just always, all the time. So I know when I've got them. So, I asked them to check me for a bladder or a UTI. And they're like, sure, yeah, let's do that. The dipstick there came back negative. And I was like, that's not true. And I know I sound like a pain in the ass, but like, I know my body. I know that that's not true. But they're like, but we'll send it out to the lab just in case, you know. I'm like, fine, okay. So anyway, back to my checkup. They were like, oh yeah, you definitely have a sinus infection and bronchitis. Finally, I have a diagnosis. I had a really bad sinus infection and bronchitis. That was what I had. I said, so it's like just a coincidence that my whole family got COVID at the same time I got a sinus infection and bronchitis. Like, that is a hell of a coincidence, because sinus infections, yes, because I have really, really bad sinus problems. But bronchitis at the same time? Like, that is a hell of a coincidence. Like, wow. Wow. And we were just all down with the sickness here. Wow. Came home later that day. I was feeling like poo. They gave me an antibiotic that is still making me feel horribly sick. Just horribly sick. They also gave me a an inhaler for the bronchitis, but I can't take it because I'm already on an inhaler, and it would interfere with mine. So, can't take that, but I'm on the antibiotic for the sinus infection, which, even though it is helping, I cannot wait for these next 3 days to be up so I can just like not be this sick, because holy hell am I sick. But wait, there's more. So I was in the bathroom peeing, as one does. And there was a small piece of paper towel on the floor. Right, here's the toilet. Here was the piece of paper towel. I was getting up. My left foot slid on the piece of paper towel. And my head went first into the wall. Smack dab. Head first into the wall. I also bit like the tip of my tongue at the same time. I had not realized what had happened at first. Like, my whole skull reverberated and there was just pain, and I thought there was just going to be blood everywhere. And I was just kind of like, what happened? Like, what? And I just remember my mom and sister running in and being like, what the fuck? What happened? And like, just like my mom checking for blood. So this area here was affected most. It's still very, very, very painful over here. So I'm trying to be gentle in that area. That's why I'm doing this just now and not a few days ago, because I was going to film this a few days ago, but it was so bad here that I just couldn't put makeup on. That hurt so fucking much that for like 2 days I couldn't really move my head like this, because just like my whole skull just, holy fuck. So as you can imagine, through all this, my mental health wasn't doing too good. I can honestly say probably either the worst or second worst it has ever been in my life. I'm still not doing well. I'm trying to get better. I'm doing, for this video, you guys are seeing me probably at my best the past couple weeks. Yeah, definitely the best I have been the past couple weeks. It has not been good at all. I don't really want to get into anything, but I will say my psychiatrist says I was in a delirium at one point. It's the first time a doctor has said that about me. So that's not good. I don't like hearing that. So yeah, just all around not a good time. I can honestly say 2022 has not been my year. So far. I mean, we're halfway through. A little more than halfway through. But yeah, it has not been good for me, and my family. I mean, there's been like a few positive things, but other than that, not great, not so great. Ooh, I don't know if I showed these on camera, but I found these at Dollar Tree. The Ione 3D foam ink lashes in this really pretty brand that I found. I showed it in my favorites. I kept talking about the ones that I really, really liked. I couldn't find the ones I really, really liked, but I wanted to give these a go. These are the Wispy Full Dramatic. So this is what they look like. So I picked up 2 pairs of these just in case I really, really like the way they look. I didn't really give a good close-up shot. So this is what they look like. So I'm hoping these look good. So yes, yesterday, technically after, yeah, yesterday, because it's after 12. Yesterday morning, I got a call from my doctor's office, which is the same place where I went to urgent care, physical urgent care, like not mobile urgent care. And they were like, yeah, so your lab results for your urine test came back. You do have a UTI. I'm like, bitch, I told all of you. I know when I have a bladder infection. And they're like, so we're going to need to put you on another antibiotic. Because, of course, the one that I'm on now does not hit bladder infections. It's for, like, sinus infections and shit. Not all antibiotics work for the same kind of infections. So now I'm going to be on 2 antibiotics, both of which are going to make me hella sick. And I'm like, can we not? Can we not do that? Please? 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 But at least this is what we know so far. Or not so far. Conclusively, I should say. For my symptoms, why I was feeling that way, and I wasn't having, and I did not have COVID, but I had very similar symptoms as my family. Okay. The fevers, or the cold-like symptoms, sinus infection, and bronchitis. Okay. Fever, chills, body pain, all that kind of stuff, stomach problems, everything like that. Urinary tract infection. Okay. There. That explains it all. Having all of that at once can make you feel like you have COVID. It was just a very, very bad timing coincidence that everybody in my family contracted COVID at the same exact time that I had those symptoms. So everybody's starting, my dad's starting to feel a bit better. He has some worse days than others. My mom, she has some better moments than others. Same with my sister. My sister is still feeling very, very sick. My sister and my mother are both feeling more of the tired and lethargic and weak portion side of it at the moment. So everybody's still feeling kind of like shit. Well, not kind of. Still feeling like shit. Still very sick. But I think by this time next week, they should be feeling quite a bit better. Hopefully we can say. Hopefully they'll be feeling better by then. Please let everybody be feeling better by then. I hate seeing them like this. I hate everything being like this. Wednesday, because it's Friday technically now, because she's no longer contagious, and she did wear a mask anyway, so did I, even though we're outside, it doesn't matter. Just to be careful, just be safe. My mother and I, for the first time of the season, just for like 10 or 15 minutes. Did go to the farmer's market for the first time, and that wiped her out completely. And I feel bad. I feel bad that she went, like, that I was like, hey, that I even suggested it, you know. But she got a nice cute bracelet, and I got some really fun earrings I'll show up on the screen. But like, yeah, it was nice. She got some free samples of like teas and salsa. So it was nice to see my mom out of the bed. But like even 10 or 15 minutes, and it, like, thankfully it was just like up the street around the block. Because if it was any farther, she would never have been able to do it. Just that took everything out of her. But it was nice to see her out of the bed, just for the few minutes that it was. I just wish that that it didn't take all her breath away and make her feel sicker. I felt so bad. My best friend, the day before yesterday, when I was talking to him on Snapchat, said I reminded him of Natasha Lyonne. Like, I've been like compared to a lot of people in the past, but never Natasha Lyonne. Do I give off Natasha Lyonne vibes? Be honest with me, because I like compliment AF. Like, she's like awesome and beautiful, and like love her. But do I? I don't know if he meant because like my voice was much raspier at the time because I was much sicker sounding. Maybe when I'm sick, and I was just kind of like more sassy at that time. I don't know. Just and at the farmer's market, I was being called Taylor Swift. For what reason? I don't know. I have never in my life. What? Who? How? How am I reminding anybody of Taylor Swift? What? She's gorgeous, first of all. Not a fan. But how does anything of me remind anybody of Taylor Swift? Huh? Don't get it. Don't get it. Don't see it. Don't get it. Sorry, bestie. Okay, I really like these lashes, except maybe they're just a tad too dramatic for me. Like, for an everyday lash, definitely not. Like, I would definitely use these for like special occasions, like my birthday or like the holidays. But I definitely do like them a lot. Maybe I'll wear them for the 4th, because I will be doing, hopefully, I'm not gonna put a definite on that, but I'm hoping to do a 4th of July get ready with me. I already got from Dollar Tree, like, what the hell do you call it? It's right next to me. Garland, tassel garland to put up behind me, and a fun headband. I don't know. I'm very much into celebrating like literally every holiday now, just because, like, you know, life is too short and life goes too fast to not celebrate every freaking holiday, you know? As long as it's not like a sacred holiday of some religion that's not my religion, you know? Because I don't want to be disrespectful, and also I don't know anything about that. So I don't want to do that. So, but yeah, hopefully maybe my dad will feel better enough to make turkey burgers again, if he's feeling up to it, because I love my father's turkey burgers. If you guys watched my 4th of July vlog last year, you guys will have seen that. So freaking good. If not, we'll just buy hot dogs and we'll make hot dogs. Not a big deal. That went right into my throat. Not a good time. So is that it? I could have sworn there was one more thing, but I guess not. Like there needs to be anything else, right? What I just mentioned. But yeah, that's everything that's been going on. That's been effing up mine and my family's life lately. And that's why I've been kind of distant and MIA lately on social media, and just kind of in a funk and in a not so great mood. I'm probably gonna post this before I post a couple other videos. I do have a video that I call a filler video of me reorganizing. It should be called decluttering, but it also is reorganizing, I guess, a little bit. My vanity. I've originally posted it on my TikTok, so go follow me on my TikTok if you want to see it. But I'm going to be posting it on here as well. It's just like, it's not even like me talking at all. It's just like calming music in the background and just me reorganizing / decluttering my vanity. But I've also made alterations to it since then. I've been asked several times, when are you gonna do a makeup collection video? I don't know exactly yet, because as I've said recently, I've gotten rid of more than half my makeup, like so much makeup. And it's just constantly changing. So I will do one as soon as I can, hopefully sometime very soon. But yeah, yeah. So the way my vanity looks in that filler video is not exactly how it looks right now. It looks like I'll take a picture, and when I post that video, and then I'll take a picture of it and I'll post it in the community tab and show an updated picture of what it looks like, because I wasn't completely satisfied with how it looked, but now I am. I also might be selling my vanity sometime in the very, very near future. I did have it up on the marketplace and there were a few potential buyers, but then I realized, where am I going to put all that shit? I don't have a place to put all of that. So I have to rethink. I took it down and I have to rethink that whole situation, before I sell it. I have to think, where am I going to put all of that when I sell it? So got to rethink that. But I do eventually want to sell it in the near future because I need the room. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and for being so patient with me and kind, and you know, for the people who did know at least a little bit about what was going on. Thank you for your well wishes and your get well soons and everything like that. And just thank you guys. You guys are great. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. I'm so lucky to have you guys. And if you haven't already and you'd like to, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, and subscribe to this channel right now and become a Blazer and a part of the Blaze Nation. We'd love to have you here as long as you're as wicked as we are. Woo! So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon. And until next time, my beautiful ones. You look pretty today. I just thought you should know that. Stay wicked.